I'm gonna make a quick video before I have to head out to work. A friend of mine asked me a great question last night. He said, man, if something looks out of place in your tank, well, why is it there? And I'm pretty sure you can see what I'm talking about right there. I've got a little piece of driftwood with a rubber band around it, some Java moss there, and a lot of people may or may not know what's going on. But to answer the question quite simply, all I'm trying to do is get the Java moss attached to that piece of driftwood. Um, Java's not going to stay in this tank. Java is it's a hell of a moss, and it can take over pretty quickly if you let it get loose. So I've just been keeping it on there. It's only been a couple of days. Of course, it's already starting to tarnish a little bit. It's pretty close to the light. Should probably move it down. But I'm just trying to get it to stick, and then I am going to move that to a more low tech tank. Um, Now that's obviously the poor man's method of getting stuff to attach. You should really just use nature's grooves. Or what I used to do, honestly, when I first started, is I used to put the moss underneath that part of driftwood, and I would turn it over. I mean, little to no light, and I'd give it about a week, and it would take. I'd flip it right back over, give it some light, and it would take off from there. Um, that's that's how we got all this hair moss. Actually, what I did is and I know a lot of people don't like this hair moss, but it's something I really like. I promise you, it's not dying or it's not dead or anything. It's actually flourishing. But these pieces of driftwood are coming out of a dirt tank. I used to have, not dirt, but it was basically like an all natural fertilizer. Which, yes, I guess it is dirt, but it was an all natural fertilizer that did really good with the plants. It was just a mess. I would definitely do it again if I could control the mess. I mean, but you're talking about if the fish store up the dirt, you have like a cloud for a good 6 hours. So, like I was saying, that's how I got all that hair moss attached. And here in a couple of months, that'll look all green as well, just with the rest of the tank. I just did it that old school way. I've also heard of um, an aquarium glue. You can glue plants, but I don't know how I feel about that. I've never used it, seen it used. Just I don't know how I feel about actually gluing something to something, because I don't know if the glue dissolves, or I don't know the story. Don't care. What I'm doing now works for me. Um, and then of course the last attached piece. You'll see the Anubis right there in the back. Everybody has to have an Anubis. But it is attached to that piece of driftwood, and I just used that I did that naturally. I just used the natural hole right there, the natural valley, and the roots kind of took off, started grabbing onto the wood, and so we are fully attached now. Anubis, a lot of people may not know, prefer to be root above gravel, so they're not a plant that wants to be planted, so to speak. Not in an aquarium anyway. So they do a lot better if their roots can be exposed to the natural nutrients in the water. Uh, as far as the soil goes, sometimes it's a little difficult for those nutrients to get down there. I've done one successfully, my last one, um, planted in the plant, or I'm sorry, in the soil. But this guy has actually been doing really well. The snail takes care of its leaves. You see a little bit of tarnish back there, but the snail takes care of that for the most part. So it's really doing a good job. Definitely, please, leave me any questions or comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.